If you are still looking for an academic year planner, look no further. I have 10 of my favorites right here for you. Well, I shouldn't say right here with me because 9 of them are at Staples and 1 of them is on Amazon. I don't have any of the planners here, but I have videos because I went to Staples. I took detailed notes for you of everything because I, admittedly shouldn't probably purchase 10 new planners, even though that's probably something that in a way I could convince myself to do. The other thing about all of these planners is that every single thing is in that $15 to $25 price range. So if you are a lover of Plum, Laurel Denise, Emily Lay, any of those really nice high-end ones, and you're like, I love those, but that's not exactly in my budget right now, look no further because like I said, these are all under, I think most of them are under 20, but all under $25. So let me show you what is available. All right, the first one that I have is this beautiful Sincerely Jules by Blue Sky. I would say it's a medium large planner, probably like this big, and it has the most gorgeous floral cover. I absolutely love it. It just looks so whimsical. I love the little rose bouquets, and when you open it, you have a clear plastic pocket right at the very front, which is great. I recently got a comment from somebody that they cut the pocket out of their Plum because they don't like, I think they said they don't like the green color, and I'm like, I can't imagine not having a pocket if it were available to me because you just never know when you have like miscellaneous things, mail, bills, etc. So this comes with that. It is tabbed, and at the beginning you get a year overview of 2025 and 2026 along with, right next to it, the yearly goals page, which that's really helpful if that's something that you want to do, and if not, you can always repurpose that page because it's nice lined paper with check boxes. It could be monthly projects or whatever. Then you get a monthly overview that has top priorities and notes on the left side. It is a Sunday to Saturday calendar, and at the top you have the month before and the month after, which I think is really helpful. This is a great weekly layout, okay? So on the left side, you've got your top priorities, 1, 2, and 3. And then you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then on the right, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all have the same size. A lot of times Saturday and Sunday are crammed together. You don't have enough space. This is amazing, right? So you have the same amount of space, a notes box at the bottom, and then a to-do list and a goals list on the right. And this is what amazed me when I was at Staples. I looked at so many different planners and all of the layouts were so different. So I really like this one. It is amazing and I definitely recommend it. Number 2, if you are getting yourself organized, another one, same company, the Sincerely Jules by Blue Sky, is this amazing huge desk blotter. Now, it doesn't have to be a desk blotter because it comes with these 2 holes at the top, so you can push pin it into the wall, you can put binder clips on it and then hang the binder clips on the push pins, you could put it on a cork board, and I love that you can hang it up because for me, if you've got a desk blotter, a lot of times you have a computer, a notebook, a planner, something on top of it, and it doesn't really work that well. So this is gorgeous. I love that it's got the goal details on the left side of the month. See, this is what I like too. Some desk blotters just have the calendar, there's no note space, and you're like, well, I kind of need some area to jot stuff down. So you have top priorities for the month and notes. It's a beautiful floral pattern. You've got those holes at the top so it can lay flat or you can hang it up. So definitely recommend this if all you need is a big monthly calendar. And let me mention one last thing about this one. I love that the bottom has the ongoing months. So if you are trying to schedule an appointment, if you're at work, if you're in a meeting, whatever, and they're like, oh, what's the 3rd Wednesday in November? You're like, well, that's months from now. You don't have to flip because it's all at a glance at the bottom. So super, super helpful. All right, number 3, coming to you again with the Sincerely Jules by Blue Sky. These are the same planner, just different covers. So you've got the roses, again, so pretty, or the cherries. I always am gonna pick flowers over fruit unless it's a lemon. I just really like a lemon print. I just thought of that at the moment. I was like strawberries, limes, maybe even oranges, no, but if it's a lemon, I would pick that. Otherwise, always the flowers. So these are more medium size. So that first one is bigger. This one is smaller. It's probably only I would say maybe even smaller than 7 by 9, but it's still a really good option. It's got that pocket in the front. It also comes with the 2025-2026 yearly overview, as well as on the right side, right next to it, the yearly goals page. The monthly overview is also the same as the large version, so you get the full month and the type priorities and notes on the left. Now, on the weekly layout, it's a little bit different. So on the left side of the weekly, you have 1, 2, and 3 for your top priorities. Then you have a to-do list, goals, notes, and your daily, so your Monday through Sunday, is gonna be on the right side. It starts at Monday, it goes all the way down, same thing, and Saturday and Sunday have the same size. So that, again, is super helpful in case you don't like it when you have a smaller version of the weekend days. All right, number 4, I think this one is my last Sincerely Jules by Blue Sky. They were just all so beautiful, super high quality, but this one is a daily, not a weekly. Now you can see here, I did a little side-by-side of that first planner with this one, and you can see the bottom, it is pretty thick, right? Like it's gonna be thicker, but it's not something that's so outrageous you couldn't take it with you, put it in your backpack, your laptop case, your whatever. So I love the cover. Again, so many good florals. It's got the pocket in the front. It's got the same 2025, 2026 and yearly goals overview. And it also has a few extras in the front. You've got a contact page, which like I'm torn on a contact page in this day and age. What are we using a contact page for? Nothing against it. Maybe you can repurpose it, but I have never used a contact page in a planner. I say this aloud and now I'm remembering that my mom has a contact page where she writes everyone's address year after year. So maybe it is used by some people, but for me, I have way too many contacts to write it all out. So maybe it's used depending on what you use it for. Next to it, again, another one that's not in the others is important dates. Starting in July, going through the end of June of next year, 2026. So if you have events that are coming up, you can kind of keep everything at a glance on that page. The monthly is once again the same Sunday to Saturday. You have top priorities and your notes on the left side, and then you get your daily page. It's got a note space at top and then boxes 1, 2, and 3 towards the left. I guess you could put priorities, maybe your top 3 joys. You can do whatever you want with that section. And then it's got my day. It starts at 6 a.m. and it goes in 30-minute increments until 8 p.m. If you look at the next page over, this is the weekend day. So Saturday and Sunday are going to share a page. So they have a smaller section. They each have it's almost like a to-do list on the left side because there's those check boxes, and you get the my day, but it goes from 6 a.m. to evening and it's on the hour, not 30 minutes. So that may be a deal breaker for some. It may not matter for others, but it's a really, really nice planner with tons of notes pages in the back, 2025 and 2026 holidays, and a little map. So again, these Blue Sky planners are just really well made, beautiful, love the layout, lots of different options depending on if you want a medium or a large, if you want a daily or a weekly, do you need a calendar? So go to Staples. They still have, it's towards the end of like back to school season. There's still so many planners. Their back to school section is chaos right now, but the planners super well stocked. A lot of these were on an end cap. They weren't even in the planner section. So go look, see what you can find. Number 5 is the Happy Planner. I apologize because I do not give the Happy Planner enough love on this channel. There is no planner that is as beautifully printed. Like I don't know what paper they're using, what printing situation is happening, but it is so pretty. Now, I personally tend to stay away from Happy Planner because I'm not a disc person. I do love Happy Planner stickers. Those are pretty much the only stickers I use when I use stickers, but I just don't love a disc. Now, somebody left me a comment recently where they were like, I like a disc planner because you can take stuff out and put stuff in. And I was like, that's kind of genius because if you're like me and you're like always wanting to add or change or get rid of something, you keep buying planners throughout the year. Whereas with this, you could kind of just adjust your planner all year. So I don't know, maybe I would have to consider it. It is a really beautiful planner and it's just so sturdy and well made. To me, discs don't always feel sturdy and well made, but whenever I have had a Happy Planner, I think I had one, I'm trying to think, like 5 years ago, the discs, it was not my favorite, but it also wasn't bad either. So anyway, I digress. So you open up and you have 2025 and 2026 little mini calendars, and then you've got columns next to it, which is really nice because if you have stuff happening for the rest of this year or into next year, you can make those notes. Then you have the at a glance planning, and I really like this. So it's got all of the months, so July, August, September, October, November, December, and then the rest of the months after that are within the planner in a column. And it tells you the letter for the day of the week, and it's got the gray boxes for when it's the weekend and the number day. And so this is again good if you like to do a year at a glance where you block off weddings, vacations, other events, but super, super helpful. I think the Happy Planner is so pretty. Like I opened it up and just like the font, I looked at April. I love that A. I love the font. I just love the details. You get a beautiful, plain, simple, easy to look at calendar. It's medium size, so it's not too big. And you have a little mini notes grid on the left so you can take some notes. Beautiful tabs, and you get a month ahead of time, like a sort of month overview, where on the left side you get priorities and important, and at the bottom there is like a little notes section, take note, and on the right you get the month. And this is what I'm talking about with how pretty the monthly overview is. Like August, September, this is the printing I'm talking about. Just, it's so colorful, it's so vibrant, it's so pretty. Here's October, I love the blue. November, it's just, I don't know. I just think it's really It's really pretty. So when you get into your weekly, you have the weekly overview bullets and boxes on the left, and the right is the days. On the left side, you've got notes at the bottom. You've got priorities on the left, important, and looking ahead. So you can structure your whole week with your miscellaneous tasks, items, reminders on the left side. And then on the right side, you have a blank box at the top. And then Monday through Sunday, each just have a box, plenty of room. There's not a bunch of bells and whistles of like checklists and to do and top priority and all that, but there's plenty of space. So I really like that. Happy Planner, like I said, does not get enough love, but well, by me anyway. I think everybody loves Happy Planner universally. But when I saw this, I'm like, I need to start considering Happy Planner because they just have such beautiful quality printing and paper. So if you are looking for a disc planner, definitely recommend that one. Next up is this one. We've got a quote on the front: "A goal without a plan is just a wish." This is another large one. I mean, it's not huge, but it's about this big, maybe a little bigger than 8 by 10. You open it up and you have stickers. You've got the year at a glance, a contact page, and then you go right into your monthly. So this one also has that monthly overview. So September goals, birthdays, anniversaries, additional notes at the bottom, and then the right column has your September to-dos. So you get this monthly plan in advance if that's something that you're going to use. Sometimes I feel like you use them, like I just said, the Happy Planner has one as well. Sometimes you don't, but that's okay. Then you get this monthly overview with a notes column on the left side, and then you go into the weekly. Now, I think that this planner is advertised as one that's supposed to help with your work-life balance. Like, work is the top block, then life, and then top priorities, and everything's in these columns. And everything is the same size except Saturday and Sunday. You get smaller space for both of those, but it's really pretty. It comes with notes pages in the back, the 2026 holidays, and what I like about this planner is that if you need one that's broken up by work and your personal life, you have those separate boxes. So maybe that's not something that everybody needs, but I actually kind of like that. That's something maybe I want to consider because I feel like sometimes my planner is just this big mishmash of everything, and it would be helpful if I had like, these are your work tasks, this is your personal life, and they're just separate. Okay, next we have this watercolor, and this watercolor has a really nice, thick, clear plastic protector over it, which again, I like when you're gonna be taking it with you so that if there's anything that spills, you know, it's just nice and sturdy. So you open it up and it's got a lot already. So you've got the 2025 and 2026 calendars, you've got the monthly, and on the monthly, you've got that left column with a little, you know, space to write whatever you need. Sunday and Saturday are grayed out, which I could go either way on. It's not a deal breaker. I don't need it, and you've got enough space to write. You have some tabs, which is of course always helpful so you can get where you're going a little bit more quickly. And then you get right into the weekly. And what I was saying in the beginning of this video is that there are so many different, like every planner I opened at Staples, I was like, that's different than this, that's different than this. Like everything was so different, and this one is the same. So you have at the top just an empty box. It's got dots. So you've got that dot grid, but then you have at the bottom 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. So you've got hourly. So that's really interesting. It's like a weekly with an hourly box at the bottom, which is really helpful. Then when you look on the right side, Saturday and Sunday have a little bit less space, and below that you get the month at a glance and the next month with a little mini box at the bottom. You've got notes pages in the back, and then there are some mini post-its, a ruler, and some other miscellaneous little treats that you get in the back with this one. All right, next up is this Mead one. I have to be completely honest with you. I was not obsessed with the cover. That's just not my personal style, but it's not bad, but the inside of it is so good that I wanted to show. So you've got this shiny cover. It's about a medium. You open it up. You've got the folder to put things in. It comes with stickers. You have a 3-year reference. So you get those at a glance calendars for 2025, 2026, and 2027. You have holidays all the way through 2028, which I personally love because I like to know when's an early Thanksgiving, when's a late Thanksgiving. You're probably all tired of hearing me talk about when all the Thanksgivings are gonna fall, but that is how I plan my holiday season. Then you have the 2025, 2026 planning. Again, it's like the other planner where it's got those columns and you can kind of look at your year all at once, which is really helpful. The monthly overview is again, Sunday to Saturday. It's got the column on the right with the mini months. And then the weekly overview on the left, you have Monday to Sunday. Everything is the same size, which is of course helpful. And then on the right side, you have a block at the top just for notes, and the bottom is a to-do section. So if you like having your days on one side and then some miscellaneous boxes, items, to-dos on the right, this could be a really good option. In the back, you have future planning, which is helpful, and some notes pages. So definitely recommend that one. And my last one at Staples is this really pretty 2025, 2026. It is another thick daily one. So if you are not looking for something that is this involved, maybe this one isn't for you, but if you are looking for a daily, this is a great option. You get the 2025, 2026 overview along with the yearly goals, the contacts page, the important dates, and your monthly is, and I forget if I mentioned this on any of the others, your monthly is lined here. Most planners don't have a lined monthly, but it's light enough where it's not distracting for me. On the right side, you have the month before, the month after, and a notes column, which is helpful. So on the daily layout, it runs 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. with a big notes box at the bottom. On the weekend days, it's shared, the page is shared, so you get 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., but it's skipped, so it's like odd hours only with a little bit of space. So if the weekends are a deal breaker for you, that one might not be ideal, but if that's not gonna bother you, this could be a great option. It has beautiful tabs, notes at the back, and the holidays along with the map. So that is just like a really good option too if you're looking for a daily that's a little different than the first one, but just like a really pretty layout. All right, and the final planner that I have to recommend, it's my tried and true. If you ever need a planner, especially they always have them ready for academic, you always get them in 1 to 2 days, super fast. And I like that they have them again at the calendar year, so you can just always get one of these as Eccolo. I always say too that I don't think you should gift a planner because it's too personal of an item, but if you were ever gonna gift a planner, I think this would be the one because it's just like, there are so many good things about it. Okay, so first of all, whenever I get one, I feel like I always grab an Eccolo. Like I have at least one Eccolo and I don't stick with it. My only complaint is that I wish the paper were a little thicker, but I just love this layout. So they always have gorgeous covers, so many so that it's hard for me to pick my favorite. This rose one I'm obsessed with. I love this light teal with the brownish coral strap that says 2026. I like the pink rose. The other one that's really pretty, this is the pink floral that I really like, but this pink embossed petal is really pretty. There's so many, I mean, so many good ones to choose from. But what I love is the layout. So at the beginning, you get the 2025, 2026 year at a glance. All of the months are typically together at the very front of the planner and it's not tabbed. So you get the months. It's also perfect because it's not too thick, it's not too thin. It's an 8 by 10, so it's really between a medium and a large. So it's big enough, but it's not too big that it's hard to take with you. You've got notes and to-dos on the monthly layout, and the weekly is just my favorite spread. So the weekly has got your days Monday through Sunday on the left side, Saturday and Sunday share a space. And then on the right, you have space for notes, to-dos, and then depending on the version you get of this, there's like a habit tracker, a gratitude box, achievements, different layout or little additions at the bottom, and the month that you're in and the month after. So I love the Eccolo planner. Looking at these ones are anywhere from $20 to $25, and they're just a really nice planner, and you can just get one shipped to your house and it's done. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have your 2025, 2026 planner yet, and if you do, let me know which one. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.